And a gracious good evening to all of you. My name is Ray Hill. It is so wonderful to see so many arts-interested Houstonians, miscellaneous radicals, troublemakers, trouble seekers, independent thinkers, and free-minded people gathered up for this wonderful show. My name is Ray Hill. I am one of the founders of your KPFT Pacifica station, and I was the host of the prison show for about 30 years before I finally passed it on to others. We are gathered here today, and this microphone is the symbol of Occupy Houston. If you've been following the news, Occupy Houston has been evicted from its encampment. She is well. She is waiting for your input and participation. She will survive simply because Occupy is right. The disproportionate distribution of the wealth in this society is a cancer that must be cured, and the only cure for that cancer is to outnumber it with the antibody of numerous people rising to the fore and participating in the rebellion. I know a little bit about rebellions. I'm a native Texan. I was born here. My ancestors were Farm Labor Party populist liberals in East Texas for generations. Both of my parents were labor organizers, and I am a world-class troublemaker of the Saul Alinsky bent of theory myself. I want to assure you that each of you individually and all of you together can bring change in a society that has become stagnant with privilege for a precious few at the expense of the very value and worth of the many. Let me encourage you to give some thought along those lines, to study, to communicate with one another. For example, when I came out as a gay man in the 1960s, it was a felony in Texas to be gay. I have actually met 5 old men in a Texas prison who had been sentenced to life in prison for being gay. We changed the law in 1973. I lobbied for the change from my prison cell, from a felony law to a Class C misdemeanor, but we weren't through. That was in 1973. In 2003, the United States Supreme Court ruled that I and you and everybody else has enough right to privacy that our private sex life cannot itself be criminalized or punished under misdemeanor or felony laws. Change can happen. It takes a while. I've been arrested many times. I've sued the Houston Police Department 4 times. There will be a suit filed before the end of this year styled Raymond Wayne Hill versus Anise Parker et al., which is strange because Anise Parker is a product of my political stable. We're very close friends, but we're not such close friends that I will allow her police department to violate my rights. And you should not listen. If you're afraid to go to jail, they already have you under control. They don't worry about you because your fear will control you. If you believe that you have rights, exercise them. Because if you do not exercise them, they do not actually exist. Do not be afraid to speak up when you hear racism, sexism, homophobia, anti-Semitism, or any other form of prejudice that comes your way. Do not be afraid to speak your piece on any issue of public value before the common will for decision. Only when we speak up and only when we express our desire to live in an ever more free society can we convince people to join us in that quest. Inside are the images of a revolution. The pictures, the cutouts, the videos that are being shown will demonstrate a people yearning for freedom and equality. I don't care how many papers you have or how many papers you don't have or where you were born or what language you speak or how you walk or how you dress. Your freedom is important to me, and none of us will be free until all of us are free. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.